Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm Bobo. With me, as always, is Travis.
Hey, guys.
Coming to you from a walkout basement in the middle of white America.
Yes, we are.
The best contribution Uncle Harry ever had to the podcast was saying that sentence.
And speaking of white America,
Oh, yeah?
I have a question for you. Does Anne have a robe?
Yes.
Okay.
So, what's your follow-up to that?
Well, so
I can tell you about the robe.
So has she had this robe for a while?
Yes.
Okay. So Mandy this week bought a robe
Okay.
under protest from me.
You don't want her to have one?
I do not.
Why?
The reason why is I feel like we are not old enough for her to wear a fucking robe.
So you don't have a robe?
No.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Anne and I have monogrammed robes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Who got you those? Or did you buy them yourself?
No, we got them as a wedding present.
Wow.
Real expensive ones.
How often do you wear it?
All the time.
In what capacity?
What do you mean? You just lounge around the house, especially in the winter when it's a little cold out, you know?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have, like, matching pajamas, like, underneath them? Like,
Oh, no. But they're monogrammed.
okay.
Yeah.
It's not on the back like boxer robes.
No. It's more.
That'd be better.
It's on the the
You're right,
chest
yeah,
up there.
yeah.
Like a police badge. Only.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you? So you're okay with the robe? Then?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because like I said, I feel like we're not old enough to wear robes. Well, I don't know. It just seems like an old thing to do. Plus, like,
what do you do when you're in a hotel?
I don't know what if.
Oh, I take it with me on trips.
I can't. Jesus Christ. I can't tell you.
We both do. We lounge around the hotel at night, sitting on the bed watching fucking TV, eating mini bar snacks or whatever, man. Just chilling in the robe.
And me, I just lounge around in my fucking underwear.
Oh, dude, that's not classy.
I'm not classy. I've never tried to be classy.
No.
But I'm also, I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's just one more barrier to sex as well.
Well, no. Because what if you're wearing the robe and nothing else?
Well, so
they come off real quick, buddy.
I get that. I understand that. And I've had some friends of ours, some female friends of ours say, I don't know why you're opposed to the robe because it can be sexy. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Great.
Okay.
Love it that it can be sexy. I just don't see the frequency in which it will be sexy up to my level.
Well, give it a month. Try it out.
Well, so I asked Mandy and I were talking. She's like, what's your problem with me wearing this robe? I said, well, she's like, what I wear now is not sexy. And what she wears now is like a hoodie and sweatpants around the house. And I'm like, okay, that's a fair point.
That's a fair point.
But now you're just adding on a robe. She's like, no, I'm not going to wear the sweatpants with a robe.
Right.
I said, yeah, I bet you're not going to wear that fucking sweatpants. She goes, no. I said, okay, first time you do, I hit you in the face with a pie.
Oh, what?
Yep. We shook on it. She wears pants with that fucking robe. I'm hitting her in the face with a pie.
Like, what kind of pie are we talking now?
That's what her question was. I said, any goddamn pie I want.
What's the hardest pie out there, you think?
Cement pie.
Fucking shards of glass pie?
No, there's just going to be a pie with my dick sticking through it.
Are you going to make a pie and put it in the fridge just for this occasion?
No, but I will definitely get a pie. And I haven't decided whether I am going to tell her when it's coming or if I'm just going to surprise her and hit her in the face with a pie.
I think what you should do, she might be able to hear this upstairs right now. I don't know.
She might.
As we record this, but you should get a can of whipped cream and just keep it. And just, if she says it, you just get it out real quick and right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know.
Fucking ruin whatever she's wearing. Ruin that. Get it all over that robe too. Just ruin that shit.
That is the bet that we made. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I have a bet that I made the other day too, but we should talk about that when we get to our episode that we're talking about because it's very prominent and relevant.
Well, something else that happened this week kind of pissed me off.
Okay.
All right. You beat me in our fantasy movie.
Yeah, I did.
And it really fucking sucks because I forgot to set my lineup the week before it ended.
Oh,
I went to the beach and forgot to set my lineup,
you dumb.
and you beat me by 63,000 points. Or dollars, whatever.
Which is nothing.
Right. Yes. It's a week. It literally is a week.
Yeah.
If I would have set my lineup, I would have beat you.
No matter what you put.
Right. And maybe we should explain to our audience what the fantasy movie league is that we're playing here.
So this week's podcast is about fantasy sports.
Yes, it is.
Fantasy anything, actually. Because it's that time of year again, people. Fucking NFL is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
I mean, the games are this week. Like, this is it. It's happening, fucking people. So we wanted to do a fantasy podcast for a while, just talking about fantasy sports, because I'm really into fantasy sports.
And I am not.
Travis is not. He used to be more than he is now.
Right.
But we wanted to talk about him, and now's the perfect time. So we're going to talk about a lot of different kinds of fantasy leagues and sports you can do.
Right.
From the normal to the abnormal to the fucking why would you even join these type leagues?
I think we're right there with the fantasy movie league.
Let's just jump right there. Let's just, speed ahead to that end of it, because Travis and I are in the fantasy movie league together.
How did you find this?
Okay, so fantasy movie league is let me explain to the listeners what it is
right.
first. It's an app on your phone if you want to get it. There's also a website. It's just fantasymovieleague.com.
Oh, you have an app? I don't even have the app.
Yeah. It's way easier on the app.
Okay. Sure. Maybe I should have the app.
Maybe you should have the app. You wouldn't be fucking forgetting
Been playing for a fucking year and a half. Maybe I should have the app.
Wow, dude. Yeah, I can't believe you used to do the website like a fucking jabroni.
Anyways, there's an app.
There's an app for it. And it is a league where every week you get a budget of $1,000. And all the movies, major releases of movies that are in theaters currently have a dollar value associated with them based on what the projections are for the people that are going to go see it, how many viewers will go see, how many dollars it'll make during that weekend's box office.
Popularity.
So it's popularity.
Yeah.
So a newer release will cost more than a movie that's been out for 4 weeks.
Right.
And you're supposed to pick 8 movies with your budget of not going over $1,000. You pick up to 8 movies, and whoever gets the most dollars raked in, the gross, wins.
Yes.
For that week.
So literally, you could do 8 Spider-Mans if you had the money, if the money was right.
Right.
But you can't normally because the
budget's set. Like the biggest releases might have $800 of your $1,000.
Right. Yeah.
So you get one copy of that movie, and that might pull in a couple $100 million that first weekend.
Yeah.
And then the other movies you got to fill in with little filler movies, ones that have been out in theaters for months to make up the back end. Or you can pick a bunch of mid-level movies that might cost $150. There's strategy, lots of stuff.
Even as we're explaining it, sounds
it's
so
real
fucking
dumb.
stupid.
But it's great because it only takes a few minutes a week.
That is true. That's why I do it.
And it's kind of fun to talk about. It keeps you talking about movies, and it keeps you tracking on what's in theaters and stuff.
Right.
And it's anything that involves competition, I'm in. We know this about me.
Yes.
I will compete for anything.
That is very true.
It doesn't matter if you have like you give me like 2 peanuts and it's like, yo, who can open this peanut the fastest? I'm like smashing it on the ground.
Right.
To fucking win.
Yes. And I'm also like that, but I tried not to be.
Oh, see, I
you
shower
embrace
in that.
it.
I shower in that shit.
Yeah.
I just want to, take my robe off in it and stuff. You know what I mean?
And I do not wear a robe, nor do I like. I don't. Yeah,
You know who else wears robes? Boxers, champions,
do they?
title contenders, man.
Well, also losers do as well.
Hey, man. You know what? 2 sides of the same coin, right?
It's true. But this is part of the reason why I don't like fantasy football is I don't like the competition of it in myself.
Oh, see, I like it.
I take it too seriously. It affects me, and I find that to be a negative.
It definitely affects me. Now, the movie league is so lowbrow and silly that like it bothers me if I lose, but just in a fun way.
Right, yeah. For some reason, I don't really give a shit about that one either. It chapped my ass this week that if I would have set my lineup 2 weeks ago, I would have won.
Yep.
But I can stand the loss, and it actually helps though that I've won quite a bit in this league. In the fantasy movie league. That's also why I don't really. If I'm winning,
this is probably my first winning season against you in like 3 seasons.
Right, but if I'm winning, it's okay for me to keep that competitiveness at bay. But if I'm losing,
right, it gets harder.
Right, and it really fucking sucks. And
that's why you gotta be the best all the time, man. I'm the best around. I'll never get you down.
I get that, but I'm more of a middle of the road kind of guy. I always come in the middle.
Well. Anyways,
yeah. But So it irritates me that
Zing.
I can't win. And
Try harder, pussy.
I can. I just, especially when it comes to fantasy football, I just don't care that much.
See, I care a lot. I play in a lot of leagues.
Right,
too.
yeah.
I play for a lot of money. I play in some big money leagues for a lot of money.
Yeah, and I just there's too much to keep up with fantasy league. Nobody knows this, but I'm in a Facebook group chat with Bobo and a bunch of our other friends, but it was just their fantasy chat, but I have been graciously invited to this.
You said you don't want to miss out on all the trash talking.
Right. Well, that, and also we had two chats going and it just wasn't working out. So
right, yeah,
we just merged.
We merged it.
But just looking at them fucking chatting about like all these fucking players that are getting injured this year, or, already before the season even started.
Yeah.
I had no idea that any of this stuff was happening.
So you missed the draft this year.
Yes, I did.
I like to give you a recap because there were some things that happened that were very funny.
Okay.
The first thing that happened was we didn't realize this, but our friend Steve looks like Eli Manning.
I saw something about that.
So what happened was we had on, we have everyone on, that's not at the draft in person is on video chat.
Right.
And he was sitting there with his mouth like open like a fucking goon like he always does, because that's what Steve does all the time.
Right.
And his wife in the background goes, "Tell him how you look like Eli Manning."
Oh my God.
And we all heard it and just busted up laughing because he looks, we never saw it before, but he absolutely, especially with his mouth open.
Yeah.
He absolutely does.
That's funny.
Yeah, his wife. And then he told us about his vacation he's going to go to.
Okay.
To Vietnam.
All right.
And we're like, I said, "You're going to Vietnam?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to finish what we started."
Oh my God.
So Steve's going to go win the Vietnam War for us over there.
Is his wife Vietnamese?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he's already assimilated just like the other troops that were in Vietnam.
Yeah, he fucking married Tokyo Rose. Now he's going to finish the war for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard, though.
How did so the way that they chose their draft order was they each had to have a little bowl of Lucky Charms, and you just separate the marshmallows from the regular cereal. Is that correct?
So to pick the draft order this year, we took a travel size box of Lucky Charms, a little snack size box of Lucky Charms.
Yep.
We dumped it out on the table, and you had to separate the marshmallows from the non-marshmallows.
So what were the times that happened?
The fastest was like a minute 15 seconds.
Okay.
But my brother and I, Uncle Hare, were within a second of each other.
And where did you fall in that?
Second and third.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
It was pretty cool.
Well, how did Big E do?
He did pretty well too.
Oh, good.
He did pretty well too. I'm trying. Who was first? I'm trying to remember who was first place.
Well, who had first pick?
I don't remember. That's the problem. I don't remember who was first. I know I was. I don't remember who it was. I couldn't tell you now who the first pick was.
Well, see, now all of that sounds like fun to me, except for when you actually have to set lineups and
then in the fifth round, a no-eat drafted player who had torn up his ACL 5 hours before, wasted his fifth round pick on a player that's out for the year.
Didn't two people do that? Didn't Steve also?
Oh yeah, Steve did it later in the draft with Spencer Ware.
Yeah, I would have done that shit too, man. Like,
well, then you don't belong.
Where did Neon Dion go in the draft this year? I'm sure he's still
Neon Dion Primetime Sanders.
I'm sure he's still he's up there, right?
If you go and do something fun, and the listeners at home too, at some point go to YouTube and just type in Neon Dion Primetime Sanders interview.
Okay.
There's interviews of him like when he was like a player in his prime back in the early 90s. He used to look like a goddamn skinny MC Hammer. He was like interviews wearing these giant gold fucking chains on his neck that are literally like, a foot across. Dude, it's fucking hysterical. Because now he's like, a respected member of society.
Right.
He used to look like a straight fucking like cartoon.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't real.
Like he was a character of himself.
Yes. It's awesome.
Wow.
People seem to forget that, how time changes, you know what I mean? But oh man, I was watching those the other week just laughing my ass off.
I can just imagine you sitting around just watching him laughing in your robe.
Hey man, my monogram bathrobe.
Yes.
To answer your fucking question, Fantasy Movie League was made by Matthew Berry, who's the ESPN fantasy guy. He made the Fantasy Movie League too.
So that's how you found it.
Yes.
So all that is around that one question.
All that was around that one question. So let's move on to some other fantasy sports.
Okay.
So we all know about fantasy football.
Yes, we do.
And what we're going to do this year in Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, is Travis and I are going to play some of these fantasy leagues together.
Right.
The one we're definitely going to do is DraftKings, because we talked about doing a fantasy league, like a fantasy football league together.
Right.
Just for fun, not for money, and just us, not anybody else. So Travis doesn't get too upset and fucking have a brain hemorrhage and die.
Right.
But we don't want to have the whole year commitment of a fantasy football team because I'm already in 4 leagues.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Right. But DraftKings, you can have a league against one person for just a week at a time.
Right.
So whenever the mood strikes us, we're going to start it up.
And then we'll update you on, Bobo beating me.
We'll definitely do week 1, though. We'll definitely do one this week.
We're going to do one this week?
We'll definitely do one this week.
Okay.
So we can report back.
Okay.
But we'll absolutely do that. So DraftKings, if you people don't know that, it's a daily fantasy league. So you basically play 1 week at a time. You pick players on a budget, and you can bet money, lots of money, little money.
Do you fill out a whole team, like a normal fantasy team?
There are different kinds of leagues in DraftKings.
Okay.
So some of them, yes, you do. But you pick them once, and it's like a budget. So you don't have a draft.
Right.
I have it's like fantasy movie league. You have a budget, and you assign players, and that's it.
What if we pick the same lineup? Is that possible?
Sure.
Okay.
Sometimes it is, depending on the league you do.
Okay.
So yes, it is.
Okay.
And the odds are very, very slim.
Right. Yes, of course. Because,
right.
Again, Neon Dion going first overall in my draft.
And you usually get money at DraftKings. Usually it's like the top half you win, but there's some ones for lots of prizes, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we'll find out. We'll sign up for that one. So let's get into some of the other
Okay.
Dare I say dumb fantasy leagues.
Let's talk about this one that's real dumb.
Okay.
That's real funny. I don't even want to. I know we should save it for later, but celebrity fantasy draft.
Okay.
So Travis and I found a fantasy league where we were trying to find other weird fantasy leagues we could talk about besides fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy NASCAR, whatever. You know what I mean? There's lots of fantasy leagues around traditional sports. There's also fantasy leagues around ridiculous stuff. And one of the ones we found was this celebrity fantasy draft. So the way the game works, though, it's actually pretty ingenious how it is. So what you do is you draft you and your friends or whoever else you want to be in this league with you, enemies, whatever, your meemaws, whoever you hang out with. I don't fucking know. You draft players and you get points according
celebrities.
You draft celebrities.
Right.
And you get points based on how many times they get talked about in People, In Touch, and Us Weekly. And I'd like to I'm going to skip right ahead to the rules and scoring section of the website.
Okay.
Where it tells you how the points work, okay?
Sure.
Are you ready for this?
I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
All right, so if you hit the insert cover, your celebrity you pick, you get 5 points. If you get in the star tracks, you get 4 points. If you get mentioned in the scoop section, you get 3 points. If you get mentioned in a movie review, you get 2 points. And then there's some other things, like if you're in some other articles or whatever, you get any picture's worth a point, things like that.
Right.
Okay? That's just for People Magazine.
Wait, why is People Magazine? Oh.
What?
Hold on.
What?
I'm looking at the same thing you are, but there's not a line for the cover in People Magazine. But there's a line for the cover in Us Weekly and In Touch. Is that a problem with the website, or is that a problem with the score?
Maybe they don't score that. Maybe they don't score the cover on People. I don't know.
That's horse shit.
I don't fucking know. Maybe they have more than one cover based on where you live. I don't know. Anyways, but if your celebrity goes to rehab, you get negative 10 points if it gets mentioned. If they get arrested, you get negative 5 points. If there's a mugshot, it's negative 2. If it's an engagement announcement, it's 3 points. Positive. A marriage announcement is 5. A pregnancy announcement is 3 points. And a birth or adoption announcement is 5 points. I feel like I would just pick Angelina Jolie every week because she's always getting married, divorced, or having a kid.
She's already always pulling players in their lineup and out of her lineup.
Yeah. Anyways, number 1 draft pick, Angelina Jolie. That's I'm calling it now.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think it's pretty fucking funny.
That is
the scoring's pretty good for that. There's all the other magazines have magazine specific scoring also. Like if you show up in Touch magazine, if you show up in the Style Showdown and you're the loser, you get negative 3 points.
Can I talk a little bit about celebrities for a second here?
Yeah. Okay. So yes, be warned. My patience with celebrities, as we know, is razor thin.
I think you're going to. I don't know how you're going to feel about this one.
Okay.
Have you seen Tiger Woods' dick?
No.
Apparently, there was just another leaked celebrity whatever. Somebody hacked celebrities' iClouds or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of Tiger Woods with his dick out.
What? Oh.
And apparently, It's not too shabby.
Well, yeah, he's of the urban persuasion.
So we're going with stereotypes.
I mean, they're stereotypes for a reason.
Right, because their dicks are huge. But, so I spent, I heard about this, I don't know, I guess it happened like a week or two ago or something like that.
Okay.
And the other day I got online, I was like, you know what? I'm going to look for Tiger Woods' dick.
God damn, you would.
You know what? Because I was listening, I'll be honest, I was listening to Howard Stern, and he was talking about how big Tiger Woods' dick was.
Oh, and that piqued your interest?
Huh?
If Howard wants to suck that dong, you might want to suck it too.
Did I say I want to suck?
If it's big enough.
I wanted to see. I wanted to see what he was working with. I wanted to see. Yes. And
you can't make it sound any better or worse at that point. It is what it is.
I was curious. So, I looked.
Curious.
I looked. No. But I looked around for a while, incognito, of course.
Right.
But I couldn't find it. I could not find a picture of Tiger Woods' dick.
So it's been scrubbed from the internet, basically.
Yeah, he did it quickly. I'm surprised he was able to do that.
You gotta get in the dark web, bro. You should have called up our friend Dave.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
I bet she would find it in 2 seconds.
Dave, send me a picture of Tiger Woods' dick, and I want it to be real.
Just go on 4chan. I'm sure it's right there.
Yeah, like...
Oh, I'm not degenerate enough to go to 4chan, Bobo.
I think
I'll say that for you.
Well, yes, I will say that for you. But I think I stretched my limits of how much I was willing to search for it.
Okay.
Like,
true.
I was surprised on how, typically, whenever that kind of shit comes out, you'll find it right away.
Right.
But I was surprised on how quickly it was scrubbed from the internet.
No, that's pretty. I didn't even try to look for it, so I didn't even know.
You will.
No, I don't care. I do not care. Travis, that's real good radio, Travis.
Yeah, just shaking my head.
Shake your fucking head at me. Like nodding your head. Oh, you're going to look for it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to look for it.
All right.
I don't care about celebrities. As we know, I don't consider them real people. They're subhumans.
Sure. But
and I'm not going to stare at their genitalia because they're subhumans.
The funniest part about it, though, on Howard Stern, was that
He's not real either.
Jimmy Kimmel was sitting in there.
Yeah.
And they were looking at Jimmy Kimmel and goes, well, it's not that big. So they sent it to his wife to confirm that Jimmy Kimmel had a big dick.
Really?
Right. And his wife emailed him back and was like, yeah, looks pretty much the same.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to sit Mandy down and have that talk. If that should ever happen, to me.
What?
If there should ever...
If I have to confirm if your dick is big or not, she has to say yes.
Oh, of course, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she can't tell the truth.
Dude, she's a terrible liar.
Well, over email, I feel like she would be able to.
Your wife's a terrible liar.
She would stutter and stammer over email.
She may be one of the She may be one of the worst liars I've ever met.
Yeah.
I mean, she's on par with Anne in terms of George Washington cannot tell a lie fables.
Do you think it's all an act? Do you think Mandy's just not that sweet?
No, she can't tell a lie.
Yeah, I know.
I'm positive of that.
I know.
Calm as I see him. As a guy who can, I can lie forever and ever.
Oh, we all know.
We all know that.
Yes.
The problem is you don't, because I don't get caught. All right, listen.
That's not true. You get caught all the time.
I only get caught when I want to get caught, though.
Yeah.
It's all just trail breadcrumbs in the wrong direction, Travis. All right.
You think so? You're not nearly as slick as you think you are. But anyways.
What do you mean? I don't ever lie, Chaz.
I know. You're so stand up.
My religion forbids it. Scientology.
Oh, I'm going Scientology now. Huh?
I don't think they.
Somebody wants to be a celebrity.
Oh, moving on.
All right, let's get back to some fantasies because some of these other ones are pretty dumb.
All right, what do you got for us? What do you want to talk about next?
I want to talk about Fantasy Congress.
Yeah, congressthegame.com.
congressthegame.com. Yep, it actually exists.
I can't think of anything. So, why would you ever want to watch C-SPAN in the first place?
I don't know.
And then why would you ever want to play a game that's basically like a slow version of watching C-SPAN?
Again, I don't know. But, okay, let's not... There are people out there that love keeping up with politics and keeping up with, bills and shit like that. I'm not one of those people. I keep up with politics and I keep generally informed, but if you ask me to tell you, the name of a bill or the numbers of a bill, I couldn't do that.
You're what we call like a political tourist. Like you read the Washington Times,
sure,
the New York Times.
Yeah,
but we're not You're not delving into fucking House Bill HSB 1394.
Right. I'm not dissecting bills for, the subtle nuance of why I'm going to get fucked next year.
Right, exactly.
But
you'll just read out the highlights in the New York Times later.
But there are people out there that do that.
Oh, yeah.
And
my dad.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the problem is, those people
are fucked.
Are not playing fantasy sports.
No. I don't think my dad even owns a cell phone.
Like a cell phone?
Oh, yeah, he didn't have a cell phone.
Why?
Doesn't want one.
I don't understand.
Well, it's the same kind of mentality would probably make you learn what House bills are passing this week.
You think he's scared?
Oh, no, he works in IT. He just doesn't want one. He can't be bothered.
So he's got a landline then?
Yes.
Probably an answering machine?
Yes.
Fax machine in his house?
I don't know. Never tried to fax him.
You probably can.
If I call him and ask for his fax number, what do you think he says? You think he gives me a fax number and just says he doesn't have one? What are the odds there?
Son, it's 1-800 go fuck yourself.
Hangs up.
Yeah.
It's 555 fuck off.
But Dad, that's not enough digits.
Keep trying.
Yeah. But anyways, I feel like the dichotomy between people that follow politics, or let me put this in a different way. That if you're looking at, a diagram of two circles, one being people that follow politics and one being people that play fantasy sports, there's not going to be a whole lot of overlapping when it comes to that.
I thought you were going to use one side, people that play fantasy sports, people that get laid, people that play politics, that never touches.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not.
It's not a Venn diagram. It's just like it's like designing a car. Right. The wheels are really far apart.
Right, yes. But so I wonder, there's probably no way to find out the stats of this, but I wonder how many people are actually playing Congress the game.
We're probably have to sign up to find out, so we'll do that.
Yeah, this is another one. See. We're going to sign up.
I'm not sure how long we'll play this because it looks really fucking boring, but basically you pick senators and representatives to be on your team, and you get points when they sponsor bills, vote for bills, their bills get passed, things like that. It sounds about as fucking boring as I just
described what we should do? All of the leagues that we sign up for, we should put a time limit so we give it an hour a week, but you have to fit everything into that hour. You can't do it if you don't.
That's a lot of time for all these leagues.
But
I think 5 minutes is enough.
No, not per.
No, I mean total. I think 5 minutes is enough time.
But if you're trying to play DraftKings, you probably know the knowledge, so I won't. But if you're really,
now you see my plan come into fruition.
So if you're trying to, all right, so we get 15 minutes and you got to play all your fucking leagues in 15 minutes.
I like that challenge. Let me be honest. If you don't set a time limit, that's about how much time I'm going to spend on it.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm not the Daniel Snyder of fantasy sports. I won't take all the fucking time in the world just to try to beat you, and then lose anyways.
That's a reference to them taking all the time in the draft, correct?
That's a reference to him being the guy that likes to overspend for everything, but they still lose.
Oh, okay.
So he'll do anything possible to win, but he's still not going to win.
All right. Well, I'm okay with you not winning.
I'm not.
We'll see.
I don't like that at all. But Fantasy Congress looks real dumb. I can't wait to play it with you.
Really fucking
stupid. So let's talk about a new thing that's rising that's actually really popular.
Okay.
Fantasy esports.
Okay.
So for people that don't know this, you can now just, if you're interested, you can go on the computer and watch people play video games.
Right.
That's actually a thing that a lot of people do. It's very popular.
It's not, and as dumb as that kind of sounds, I don't think it's dumb at all. Like I
personally, I think it's retarded because if I have the time to watch you play a video game, like right now, I'm basically saying if Travis and I were professional video gamers, let's say we played Counter-Strike Go.
Okay.
You could just log on your computer and log on to twitch.tv and search for our names and watch us play Counter-Strike.
Right.
Or you could be like a normal human being and just play Counter-Strike yourself and have fun playing the game.
I agree.
Somehow, it's more fun for these people, though, to watch somebody else play the game instead of you play the game.
Well, couldn't the same be said for if you want to play football, get yourself into a league in your hometown, go out and play instead of watching other people play.
True. However, most people can't play football because they're above the age of 30 and their bones are too brittle.
Well, stop being a pussy. and play two-hand touch or whatever. Like I see what you're saying, but I think the argument there is also like if you want to see somebody that's really good at what they do, then
No, you are absolutely right, because it's the same exact thing.
Right.
I could go play basketball rather than watch someone play basketball.
right.
I absolutely just go out to the gym and just shoot hoops for 3 hours rather than watch the fucking Washington Wizards or the Golden State Warriors or the Sacramento Kings or whatever play basketball.
Right. Although one of those teams you're on par talent-wise with.
Sacramento.
Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Okay.
But anyways, so you're right, though. I never thought of it like that, but you're absolutely right.
Right.
It's
So-
the same fucking thing,
Yeah.
watching a pro play a video game. To me, video games are entertainment that you play,
Right.
and sports are entertainment that you watch traditionally. And it's like upsetting the apple cart.
It doesn't quite compute with you.
It short circulates in my brain compartments and departments. You know,
I can see the smoke coming out right now.
I got all sorts of other thoughts and things bouncing around there, and it doesn't.
But again, I see what you're saying about how
And I
stupid
see
it
what
is.
you're seeing. It's the same thing.
So let's go ahead and ratchet up this stupidity by now betting on this shit.
Yes,
Or
so
playing fantasy with it.
yeah, so now you can basically draft pro players to be on your fantasy gaming team rather than just like. And now the thing about it though is it's game specific. So if you like, there's a pro league for League of Legends,
Right.
and Dota 2 and Counter Strike and
World of Warcraft is probably the biggest one that people know about.
no. There's no fantasy World of Warcraft.
Oh, there's not?
No, because you can't win in World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You can just not get laid.
League of Legends is the most popular fantasy game.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, so like right now though, there's no fantasy, there's no tournament
Season?
there's no tournament going on right now for
Right.
a league, so we'll have to settle for Counter Strike Go.
Oh, we doing this one too?
I don't know, we'll look into it.
Okay.
Maybe we can wait until the league one comes up and do the league championship series, the LCS.
Do you have any idea when that is?
Yeah,
Okay. When?
it's like early next year.
Okay.
I think Worlds is in October actually, or Nationals is in October, I think. So
It's so it's crazy because listen, when you're a kid and you play video games, it's every kid's dream to like be good enough to go pro, if you will, quote unquote pro, and yet it's happening now. And and they're getting paid good.
they're getting paid like indentured servants to play video games, which is more than you make when you don't play video games for money. So
I would play video games for money, but I'm just not that good.
A lot of colleges now have professional teams, like Duke has a fucking League of Legends team.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah,
I had no idea.
Collegiate esports is where it's at now.
Really?
Because again, it's already got the structure in place. You know what I mean? Because all these kids go to college and they cycle out, so you always get new blood in and stuff. It's just like college football.
Man.
Yeah, there's definitely collegiate professional video games.
Okay, but
It's not, you're not pro. You play for your college, but-
right. So what would be the advantage of playing for your college?
So I have a friend I have a League of Legends team I play with once a week, and one of my friends, I'm not gonna say his name, he's also on a podcast, a League of Legends podcast, a very popular one.
Do you want to plug it?
What, T-Force, Trinity Force podcast?
Okay.
Yeah, it's way more popular than we are.
Okay.
But one of the guys on our team he is a teacher.
Okay.
At a high school, and he coaches their school's League of Legends team.
That again.
Yeah, right.
It's just not.
At a high school. So even high schools are doing this now.
It's not. But and the beauty of that is you don't have to travel.
Right. True. Yeah.
Right, because you play every game, from your home hub.
Yeah. Right.
Huh. But again, okay. My question goes back to in the college arena. What is the point of playing on your collegiate team? Is there scholarships for that?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Like there's special leagues just for college players, and they get like scholarship money and stuff. And
wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
there's absolutely an incentive. Yes.
Because why wouldn't you just go pro?
Right.
Because you can.
Right.
If you're that good.
Right.
But
I don't know all the rules. I'm not sure if they also can play pro too, and I don't know all the rules for this shit. I don't know. It's like the Wild West out there. Things are just hot and heavy. You know what I mean?
Until the NCAA gets a hold of them.
Oh, dude, fuck the NCAA. Biggest bunch of assholes on the planet.
But again, I digress back into fantasy esports. So now you are assembling again. I don't fully understand it. So you assemble a team,
yes, of pros,
and they get some sort of points.
Right, exactly.
Something like that. I get that part of it.
Yep.
But so okay, let's take. We're going to try to play what? Or if we're going to Counter Strike. Is that what?
Maybe we'll see.
Okay, so in Counter Strike, is there teams?
I don't know. I've never played Counter Strike. That's the problem is to play these fantasy games. Like, let's be honest. Let's say there's fantasy cricket.
Okay, let's.
I've never played real cricket, so I don't even know how that game works.
Well, I found fantasy bass fishing.
Oh,
there's fantasy.
yeah, but I'm sure I understand how that works. Like the weight of the fish.
Yes, I get it. Yes,
I think there's fantasy cricket though, like in Europe. I don't know how cricket is played though, so I don't really know how the scoring works. Just like I don't know how Counter-Strike is played.
Right. Yes.
I don't know how the scoring works.
How about League of Legends? Is there teams in League of Legends?
Yeah. So League of Legends is a game where you have two sides, and the teams have 5 players each.
Are there? Okay, say 5. Okay, so 5 players.
In League
each.
of Legends, there's also like defined positions. So,
so it is more like
when you draft players on your teams, like you can draft like a certain number of like this slotted player and this slotted player.
Oh.
So it's a little more rigid that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
Right.
It still sounds real dumb to me.
There's lots of money in it though.
Sure. I mean, sure.
There's
Okay.
lots of money in fantasy. I'm talking.
Oh, it's all a fantasy.
That's true.
I mean, all right.
That's
So you want to move on to?
Yes. Let's see what we move on here to. We're gonna move on to.
I believe it's our last one.
the last one. Okay, let's do it.
Talk about fantasy.
Oh, okay. This one's even more fun because it's just, you're right. It's like Inception.
Yep.
And you just jump down to the next level. So the first level is you play a fantasy sport, okay? And then we get to this level here, which is dropthebelt.com,
Right.
where you go down a level and play a fantasy sport of a fantasy sport. And by that, I mean it's fantasy wrestling, not collegiate wrestling,
Right.
not Greco-Roman wrestling.
Not real life wrestling.
I'm talking about Vince McMahon WWE wrestling.
So it's fantasy soap opera.
Right. These men are excellent wrestlers.
Like, just take a second to just breathe that in for a
Yeah.
second.
Mhm.
Fantasy WW, is it E now?
Yeah. It's been to E for like 20 years, Travis.
Has it?
Yeah. Long time.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Again, I don't watch his shit.
I don't either. We have a lot of friends that do, though.
Yes, we do.
I don't quite understand that either.
Me neither.
I
But
don't get
it's
it.
fine.
Whatever. It takes different strokes to move the world.
Right.
So,
Whatever gets that ticky hard.
real stupid
I
strokes.
don't give a shit, but
Move
you
a
know,
real dumb world.
but I think when you move into fantasy wrestling, as we are going to do, you've hit a new low in life.
Right. Because it's predetermined, right? Is that how this works?
Right, yeah.
So all we gotta do is get some insider knowledge.
Yeah.
Just call it Vince.
There's insider trading in the fantasy world.
So yes, there's a fantasy league or fantasy website where you can play fantasy sports of a fantasy sport. Like, we're here. What a great time to be alive in America. 2017, where you can play fantasy wrestling.
Yep.
Wow.
People really don't want to leave the house anymore.
Dude, no. They don't ever want to touch a lady.
Yeah,
Or
that's
man.
true.
Whatever.
Right, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, dude, wow.
I mean, it really is. It's so stupid.
It's so fucking dumb.
It is. And I just don't understand the need to make everything into a fantasy sport.
No.
I really don't. I mean, I get it with football. It makes it more interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
But are there really casual WWE fans
I don't know.
this will make it more interesting for them?
I don't know.
Are there casual? Let's see if Congress the game makes casual politics makes it more fun for us. I think it's not going to, but maybe I'm wrong.
We could be wrong.
Who
Wow.
knows?
I don't know, dude. This one really blew my fucking mind, I'll be honest with you. Jesus Christ, man.
And if anybody else
Wants to play with us.
wants to play or knows of another stupid league,
Email at pwthepodcast@gmail.com. We'll sign up with you if you want to play one of
Hell
these
yeah.
dumb leagues with us. We're into it. I will take you on at DraftKings. I'll match any amount of money you want to play against me for a week.
oh, Uncle Hare, please.
I will. Oh. Speaking of Uncle Hare, back to what I circled earlier. Travis was talking about the thing he has, the bet with Mandy about the pie in the face.
Right.
Uncle Hare and I have an epic bet.
Okay. Let me hear this.
Jay Cutler.
I've seen you guys talk about him on the chat.
For those of you who don't know Jay Cutler, he's a football player. He just came out of retirement to be the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins this year as their starting quarterback went down with a knee injury. Jay Cutler is what we would call mercurial as a personality. He's kind of got that I don't give a fuck attitude.
Right.
Yeah.
Before you keep going,
Uh-huh.
why did he retire?
He went into broadcasting. The Bears released him, and he just retired.
Wait, did he play last? He played last year.
He played last year, though.
Oh, okay.
But he was retired.
But okay.
He was working for Fox. Fox had hired him.
Oh.
And he retired from Fox again to come back to the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
So, yes, he's their quarterback. He's kind of what we call an asshole.
A little bit.
He does have a really hot wife, though.
No. Yes, he does.
Kristen Cavallari. Yeah.
Okay. He has. Is he an asshole, or does he have asshole tendencies?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
So he just kind of has that resting bitch face, though.
He does.
Maybe it's unfair to judge him.
However, on the league, he seemed like a good dude.
Yeah, he seemed all right.
Like he could take the joke. I don't know.
But the joke about Jay Cutler as a quarterback is that he's just this kind of guy who will fucking throw the ball anywhere, not give a. He's a gunslinger, man. He's a gunslinger. He just chucks that ball, doesn't give a shit where it goes. 3 rows deep in the stands. Fuck it. Why weren't you open? Why didn't you get that ball? He's that kind of guy. That's my kind of guy.
That is your kind of guy.
So I'm a Jay Cutler fan. My brother thinks he's about the dumbest quarterback to ever run the face of the earth. He hates him. My brother would rather suck Tom Brady's dick all day. But,
yes, he would.
So anyways, we made a bet.
He would do 99% and then the last 1% just to do it.
Jay Cutler's career quarterback rating is 85, which is pretty pedestrian.
Yeah, that's because the highest is 120 something?
144.
Oh, okay.
The perfect quarterback rating is it's 153.3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no one ever gets that. It's like impossible.
Right,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, you can't. Everybody has to catch every ball.
85 is about the average of all quarterbacks in the league every year if you average them all together.
Okay.
Like it's about between 80 to 85.
Right. So he's not Hall of Fame material.
No. Well, he's Hall of Fame in my book, right? But so his career quarterback rating is 85.
Okay.
I made Uncle Hare a bet. I said that this year he will have a career quarterback rating that is above his average. So he has to have a quarterback rating of 86.
Okay.
If he gets above 85, if he gets 85.5, Uncle Hare has to show a dog of my choice at a dog show wearing a suit of my choice.
I have the suit.
No, you don't. You have the Riddler suit from Batman? With the question marks over it?
I think I have one better.
What?
I will show you a picture.
Okay, good. I'm excited now. All right.
Does it have to fit him?
No.
Even better.
It's my choice.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. If I lose, if Jay Cutler shits the bed, as Hare thinks he will, and I know he won't let me down, but anyway, so this is not even going to happen. Don't worry about this. I shouldn't even tell you what it is.
So you are confident that he is going to.
Let me tell you how confident I am.
How many games does he have to play?
12.
He has to play at least 12
He has to play
games.
in 12 games.
Oh, fuck.
Right. So, if he...
So that's what you're hoping for. He doesn't play 12 games. Ah, God damn it.
If his...
Who made that roll? You?
We both agreed.
Oh.
If it goes below...
I don't care anymore.
85.
Okay.
I have to install a dildo of Hare's choice in my car as my shift lever for an entire year. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you have to have a dildo as your gear shift.
Yes. I drive a manual transmission, so I will touch it a lot.
For a year?
A year.
Okay.
And if I win, Hare has to show a dog of my choice at a dog show of my choice wearing a suit of my choice.
But you've completely taken the wind out of my fucking sails, though, with the 12-game limit.
He's got to play 12 games.
I don't think he's going to.
Why?
Because if he's that pedestrian, I think he'll... Is there a quarterback...
Oh, no. Travis, he has to be active for 12 games. If he's benched, they count.
Oh, well, okay. Well, now I'm a little bit more excited.
It's only for injury. Basically,
okay.
if he gets hurt, it's basically the vet's null and void.
Oh, okay.
No, if he's benched, those games count.
All right. Well, I'm in.
You back in?
I can't wait.
You back in?
I've got the suits. I've got two. I actually have two, and two for you to choose from. And I just recently saw that there's a matching tie with one of them.
Oh,
it's like a flamingo pattern.
I hope it's a fucking Insane Clown Posse suit.
It's not.
Juggalo suit.
No, but it is. It's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen.
I was thinking of having him be the Riddler from Batman. The old Riddler with the question marks on it.
Just spray paint question marks on his fucking suit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in.
Yeah, all right. Moving on to End Times?
End Times.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And now, it's End Times.
End Times. So, in the news this week is a very funny story. I don't know if it's funny. It's kind of... I shouldn't say that. Okay, I misplayed my hand.
He was vamping to try to pull something up, and just decided to go with the funny. I don't know anything about this story, but I'm gonna guess it's not that funny.
So the Vice headline is: video shows cop telling DUI suspect, quote, "We only kill black people."
Oh, I'm wrong. That's hilarious.
I know. So I guess what happened was there was a traffic stop where a cop has arrested somebody for DUI, and they she had her hands up, I guess, or they were on the steering wheel or something.
Okay.
And the officer like instructed her to like pick up her cell phone or something, and she wouldn't take her hands away from his plain sight, saying that she had, quote, seen too many videos of cops, like, and then he cut her off.
Yeah.
And he cut her off by saying, "But you're not black. Remember, we only shoot black people."
Oh my God. Wait,
That's
Jesus.
a quote from the video.
Okay, so she was white, or she
Yes.
was wow.
She was not black. I'm assuming she was white.
Jesus.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do about this week, I have read the article. Travis has never heard of this article till just now.
I have not.
He was busy watching Curb Your Enthusiasm all day, like a degenerate.
Right.
He went through 3 seasons in one day.
No, not a day.
Oh,
no,
okay.
It's not a day.
2 days?
It was 5 days.
You're a trash person. All
yeah,
right.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Three seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's been deep in the throes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Has not looked at the news today.
Sidebar: Mandy and I went through all 8 episodes of The Defenders in one day.
Jesus Christ, man. Any good?
It is.
Okay.
It is. But it was the only time that Mandy had free, so we did it.
All right, good.
But anyways.
All right, so anyways, moving on.
Back to your hilarious story of cops shooting black people.
I have read the articles about it.
Right.
I have not seen the video. There's dash cam footage that got released, which is why this article is making the rounds.
Right.
Travis has not heard the article or the dash cam footage. So now we're both going to play the footage for everybody.
Well, tell me a little bit more about this. So, you described what happened. So did she just get a ticket and go?
I guess. I don't really know. The article doesn't really talk about
probably
that.
doesn't. After your cop tells you
I think
that they only shoot black people, they pretty much stop.
I think the argument is that the cop was saying he's just trying to, lighten the mood there. Like, hey, just chill out. You know what I mean?
All right.
Like, you can move your hands. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
So is that what they are insinuating?
That's what the cop has been. That's what the cop in the article insinuates.
Okay.
That's what the police department's response was.
Okay.
But they, now he's going to get in trouble for this.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying.
So,
but
okay, let's go to the tape.
Let's go to the tape.
Okay.
Okay, call the person that was coming to get you and cancel them. No, you can't open the door. Yeah. No, I'm not going to open the door. You're going to stay in the car, and I'm not getting in the car. There's no reason to open the door. Now listen to me. Call the person that was coming to get you. Tell them they don't need to come. All right? Yes. Okay? So go ahead and call them. I'm going to take you to jail, and I'm going to impound the car.
Before that,
No.
I can't call them if you don't open the door.
Why can't you?
Because I will not put my...
Use your phone. It's in your lap right there.
I just don't want to put my hands down. I'm really sorry.
You're just really wrong.
No. I've just seen way too many videos of cops.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right? All the videos you've seen, have you seen any white people get killed? You have.
Seen an 18-year-old white boy get hit 23 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm not saying
Right.
oh my God, that's worse than I thought it was.
Okay. Yes.
Like, it wasn't lighthearted at all. Unless he's got the dry sense of humor on the earth. Wow.
Okay, hold on. All right. First off, let's just all agree how terrible that recording was.
Well, it's dash cam footage. Yeah.
And it's on a fucking highway.
Yeah.
So do you know any more about why she got pulled over?
DUI.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually now knowing that she was pulled over for DUI,
Uh-huh.
knowing why and listening to him say that, I think he was trying to rationalize with somebody that couldn't be rationalized with. Like, she was drunk enough,
Right.
that he's trying to tell her, like, okay, pick up your cell phone.
Right.
And she wouldn't do it.
Right.
So what I think half of it was a joke, but half of it was just trying to get her to
cooperate. Yeah, but it sounds way worse in that video than I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be like,
you're not black. We kill black people.
I thought it was gonna be like said in like a kind of a joking tone, maybe with a little laugh at it, like a little funny, like a lighthearted jab.
Chuckle.
Yeah, be like, no, we don't kill black people. You know, like
like when your racist grandfather tells a joke, but he ends it with a chuckle because it's all a good joke.
Right, exactly. But I was expecting that tone, but you're not black. Like he said it like factually, like we only kill black people. Like it sounded like just a statement.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Do you think that he was just quick on his feet and he just let it come out like, oh, but you're not black. We only shoot black people. Like
like he's freaking out.
Yeah,
and he just can't stop diarrhea.
No, he was trying to cover
That's
up.
That's the worst thing I ever saw. But it looks terrible on you. I mean, not as terrible as it would look on your mother who's dead. But like, not even keep compounding how bad it is.
Yeah, he already said something that was terrible, and he was like, oh wait, I got to try to do something with this.
He's got to try to fix it. Put the Band-Aid on.
Right, yeah. But you're not black. Oh wait, we only shoot black people. Oh shit, I gotta go.
You know, honestly, I don't know.
That
tone of voice he used was not the tone of voice I thought I was going to hear. It definitely makes it worse.
You thought he was going to be more jovial through the entire thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
So hearing what you heard,
I thought what was going to happen was that she wouldn't put her hands down, and he was going to be like jokingly frustrated.
Right, yeah.
And use it as like an icebreaker.
Lady, we only shoot black people, right?
Right, that's exactly the tone I was thinking.
Yeah.
Lady, you're not black. We're only shoot black people. Jeez. Like that. You know what I mean? Like, with the inflection on you're not black.
What if you hold my gun?
But he said it. But the way he said it was like just like reading out of a dictionary.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But you're not black.
Right. Like it was like a statement, not a question.
Okay. This is going to be a deep cut of a reference, but in Lethal Weapon 2.
Stop right there.
That's right. Lethal Weapon 2. There's a scene where Murtaugh goes into the South African consulate or embassy to talk to, he needed to create a diversion while Riggs went up and did some digging.
For those of you who have not seen Lethal Weapon in a while, Murtaugh is the Australian.
No, Murtaugh is
the black guy.
It's Danny Glover, the black guy.
And Riggs is Mel Gibson, the Australian.
So he goes to the embassy and he's like, well, I want to go to South Africa. Well, this movie was made during apartheid when it really wasn't a good idea for a black person to be in South Africa. And the guy just looks at him, goes, but you're black. Why would you want to go there? That's what this reminds me of. But you're black. We don't shoot black people.
Real deep reference there.
You like that?
No.
Aw. If you haven't watched any of the Lethal Weapons, fuck you.
I have, but it's been like 20 years.
No, that's a shame because they're great movies.
I mean, I saw 5 and 6 pretty recently.
I just saw. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think I just saw a couple of them because Mandy. I always.
Well, 5 and 6 are the ones in It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
The example blackface, which is regrettable.
Right. Anyways, back to this. So, knowing what you know about this and hearing the tape, what do you think should happen to this cop?
Okay. Did he break any laws?
Doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't sound like it. I honestly do think he was probably joking there still.
I do too.
I think the tone of voice was terrible. So the joke hit much worse. His joke is like a body jumping from the Empire State Building and landing on concrete. It did not resonate. It just fucking splattered on the ground.
I wish he had a partner with him so you could just watch his partner go, ooh.
I wonder if we can find out what actually happened to him. I wonder if something's been decided about him.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to find out.
Okay.
I think he's facing investigation for it.
I mean, I think that's probably responsible.
I mean, do you need to investigate? You had the video. Like, is there an investigation? How many times are you going to watch that video with that fucking grainy ass audio before you drive yourself insane?
The investigation is going to see if any of his other arrests were racially motivated or if there's a pattern.
Yeah, probably. That's true.
Of him shooting black people. Like,
I assume he's probably never shot anybody. It probably would have come out by now already.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff travels pretty fast. If they know who that guy is, they probably would know.
Right.
So my guess is you give him a slap on the wrist, you suspend him for a week, and you say, fucking watch your mouth.
Yeah, like, hey, like, don't make jokes like that.
Right.
Like, people are out there shooting cops. Like, maybe don't make a joke like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it seems pretty insensitive.
If you call for that guy's job, though, you're an idiot.
I don't think Yeah, there's no reason for that, especially like if it comes back that like, you know, I mean, I know he's saying that he's joking, but like the investigation is going to see if, you know, if we got our Mark Furman here. But, you know, the chances are
Mark Vermin sounds like a racist name to me.
he's probably not. So like, don't take a good cop off the street just because he made a bad joke, because here at Prestige Worldwide, we're full of bad jokes and dated references.
Okay, well, I have an update.
Okay.
A white Cobb County police lieutenant who told a woman during a traffic stop that we only shoot black people will be fired, the police chief said on Thursday. But even as Chief Mike Register was on live TV announcing the termination of Lieutenant Greg Abbott, Abbott was sending an email to the county announcing his retirement.
You can't fire me. I retire. That's fucked.
All right. See, now, I don't know why you're firing him for that. I don't think that's worth being fired over.
I agree.
And I think that's an overreaction, which is a big problem in our society, that we just overreact to everything.
Right.
Like, you're going to ruin that man's life over like one bad joke. I mean, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Michael Vick can murder 1,000 dogs and then go on to make $100 million in the NFL a second time and now have a broadcasting career. This man makes one bad joke and his life will be over.
Well, because he can't entertain you on a Sunday.
I know. I'm just saying.
I agree. I think this is an overreaction. I think as adults,
that's
we
sad.
should be able to look at this and say, you know, he made a bad joke. Let's live with it.
Yeah, that's a bummer though. I don't think he should be fired. I don't think he should retire either. I think that's kind of an over. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I feel bad. I do feel bad for the guy there. I don't think he meant any malice by what he said. You know what I mean? Oof. But he's just going to be caught up in the times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say one wrong thing, a guy who's put his life on his line for how many? He's retiring. He's probably been in the police force, 20, 30 years.
Bill Maher still got his job.
Oh, so does Don Imus.
Yeah, and but Bill Maher it just happened, a month ago. He still has his job, but
You know what happened to the ESPN guy Ryan Russello? Did you hear about that?
No.
He was on vacation in Wyoming, and he got so drunk he walked into somebody's condo that wasn't his.
Oh,
and would refuse to leave and just went to sleep. And when they woke him up, like they called the cops, obviously.
Sure.
He had stripped naked and was just asleep on the bed, passed out naked.
Oof.
He still has a job. They suspended him for 2 weeks. That's it.
I mean,
it's 4th century.
Yes, it is. But
probably a sex crime if you're naked.
I don't know. We'll have to. Well,
that guy has a job because he can entertain you. This guy, though,
Yep.
who just protects our livelihood. Nope, he's out.
That sucks.
That sucks. The number is 747 banging.
747-226-4464.
You can call in and give us your thoughts on that, or you can call in with the dumbest fantasy sport you play.
And we'll keep updating you on the on our fantasy.
We're gonna at least do DraftKings this week, so we'll have some updates for you soon because that's a weekly one.
Yep.
Well, you know how the fantasy movie league plays out. We do play that. We've been playing that for years, Travis and I. We'll bring it in every now and then. We'll leave the updates to 5 minutes though. That's it.
Yep.
We're only gonna spend 5 minutes on these fantasy updates on these podcasts.
If that,
that's the maximum. That's the maximum I'm willing to entertain on the podcast is 5 minutes.
Yep.
3 is usually gonna be good enough. pwthepodcast.com. It's PW the Podcast on all the social media stuff, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the normal stuff.
Yep.
You can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud for now, Google Play, Prestige Worldwide the Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your enemies, tell this guy, this police chief, he's got a lot of time in his hands. He probably want to listen to us now.
Yeah, and if you enjoy our the cover art that we normally post on all the social medias, share it. Share it with your friends and let them know that you're listening if you're not too embarrassed.
Yeah.
And help us out here.
Or not, whatever choice is
or
yours.
not, whatever. Hey,
Whatever.
fuck you.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Hey, yeah, see you next Tuesday.
See you later.